Because the trees are loaded with water. They suck that water out of the ground. And at the time I said, look at this, the house is burned down and the tree is standing, and it's, other than being a little different color on the bottom, and it went through an inferno. It's amazing. It's soaking wet. So I think they have to do it. It's called management of the floor. I'm much more worried about the fact that they said it's 18 months exactly, and they were devastated. They want to start now. They want to start removing things. They're not allowed to do it now. And you mentioned hazardous waste. Well, the hazardous waste. What's hazardous waste?
That's President Donald Trump speaking about the California wildfires, showing he has no idea what he's talking about. Hazardous waste. What is it? Why does it matter? Just let the people build on top of it. Who cares? The trees are fine. They have water in the ground. Just put more water on everything. This person is out speaking with the intelligence of a second grader. This is frightening. And I'll make another video about him thinking about getting rid of FEMA and how disastrous that will be. But this guy is not smart. And if you don't think so after watching that, maybe you're not so smart either.
Today, we witnessed the inauguration of a man whose ideology embodies everything the EU was founded to reject. The EU cannot just stand for our values when it is easy. It matters most when it comes at a cost. And standing up to Trump will come with a cost, but is much less than the cost of letting this poison win. And I am done with the niceties from EU leaders that Trump, while his tech bro buddies call for our laws to be undermined. I am done with the Taoiseach of Ireland, with our historic understanding of immigration and oppression, promoting Trump's golf links in County Clare in response to his inauguration. And I am done with the so-called strong men who, if they had to live for one day in the shoes of an immigrant, a woman, or a transgender person, would quiver with fear. Anyone who believes in the founding principles of the EU should be appalled by what we witnessed yesterday. I am appalled, so I resist, and Europe must resist, because our history demands it.
The reprieves that Trump has given out have been not just for people who were convicted of low-level, nonviolent misdemeanors. They have included people who were found guilty of serious violent crimes.
These people have been destroyed. What they've done to these people is outrageous.
In one particularly gruesome episode, a police officer named Michael Fanone was attacked by the crowd and dragged into the mob. He was ultimately shot in his neck by a defendant named Daniel Rodriguez, a California man. Rodriguez was sentenced to more than 12 years in prison. Here is an Arkansas man named Peter Stager who was attacking a different police officer on the steps not far from where Officer Fanone was assaulted with an American flagpole. Stager was ultimately sentenced to 52 months in prison, but these people who were sentenced to serious prison time were all among those who were pardoned by Donald Trump on Monday. In yet another clip, we can see Edward Jacob Lang beating officers with a baseball bat. Lang was actually released from prison on Tuesday night. He had not yet gone to trial, so he hasn't been sentenced yet, but he is now a free man. Upon his release, Lang made a public statement that kind of tried to turn the narrative of January 6th on its head.
Stood up against tyranny. The bonds of slavery in this country will no longer be felt. This is a great day in American history.
And he's not the only one to do so. Among the people granted clemency by Trump were members of the far-right groups, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers. Members of these groups actually came forward this week and spoke publicly for the first time since their release, and both said they would like Donald Trump to seek retribution against the prosecutors who worked on their cases on their behalf. What we're likely to see in the coming months and years is a continuation of the effort by Trump and his allies in the Republican Party, now aided by the January 6th defendants themselves, to keep pushing this alternate narrative.
This day was not what the left said.
They said, don't talk about the J6 hostages that you're going to be releasing today.
Trump has already called January 6th a day of love, trying to paint it as a warm and friendly protest. But the video evidence shows what it shows.
It's time for the trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. It's gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit. Hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen. It's time for the trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit. Hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Trucker John.
All righty. Let's see here. Hopefully this will work. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. I don't have confidence in this. Let's see. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. I don't have confidence in this. Let me try this again. Let's see. Let me try this again. All right, now it should be coming through, right? Through the mic. Let's see. Through the mic that only goes to one ear. All right, now it should be coming through, right? All right, so there it is. Sorry about those technical difficulties, but thank you very much for being here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we are, 11:19 a.m. in the Pacific time zone in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It's currently, it looks like we're at 50 degrees. Supposed to get a high of 58, I think. But there is some rain in the forecast, not for today, but in the next couple days, I think. We haven't had rain in like months. Tumbleweed? Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed brown. Tumbleweed should be green. Tumbleweed can be green. I'm your dipshit president. Tumbleweed. Good morning, everybody. I did see that Brooklyn was first. Brooklyn, New York, 471. And Brooklyn had been watching my video from last night. Thank you so much. Robert's here. Good to see Robert. I got Jolie. Roxanne Epstein. Hello, Roxanne. Good to see you in the old driver's lounge. Aaron West is here. So we got Jolie and Aaron. The mods, otherwise known as the Mod Squad. That's right. Did I get a thumbs up? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can hear me now. Carrie C is here. Let's see. We got Big Dog. Big Dog's in the house. We got the big dog. Chris Doug is here. Carrie C. Williams here. Hello, William. And we did get some thumbs ups from Searched for You. And also from Chris Doug. We got lots of thumbs ups. So I guess I'm coming through loud and clear. Marsha's here. Hello, Trucker John and the Driver's Lounge. Hello, Marsha. Right back at you. Right back at you. Roxanne Epstein. Do we have both the Roxannes? Roxanne! Paula's here. I know Paula was watching my video from last night. Paula was the very first one, I believe, that hopped in there. Thank you, Paula, for hanging out with me last night. Paula says that Roxanne, at this rate, I'll never get out of the house today. Yakety Smack, don't you talk back, is here in the lounge. Hey, Yakety Smack, good to see you. William's here. Yeah, we got, I'm just scrolling on down, saying hello to everybody. Bonnie Thompson. Hey, good to see Bonnie. Thanks for hanging out with us in the old lounge. We got 48 watching, but only 36 thumbs ups. Make sure you hit that like button for me if you would. That would be totally awesome. Totally awesome. Totally. Robert Perez, top of the morning, Trucker John, and hello, fellow Democratic voters. Yeah, absolutely. Big Dog, did Trucker John fall in? Nope, didn't fall in. Nick Rich 1118, so I'm about 4 minutes behind in the chat. Elizabeth Fernandez, hello Elizabeth. I believe Elizabeth watched the video from last night, so thank you so much. A new thing I think I'm going to do is called charging sessions. So whenever I'm sitting at the charger, I might just make a video. You know, and who knows? Maybe every now and then I'll go live. You know, I don't know. Roxanne says the audio is good. Nick Rich says the audio is okay. I guess it's just a matter of opinion. Marcia says hello to everybody out there. And we've got Bonnie Thompson, member for 6 months. Thank you, Bonnie. It's been a week and it feels like a year already. I know, Bonnie. How are we going to do this? Oh my God, how are we going to fucking get through this? But we're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it right here on the Trucker John channel. We're going to do it right here, all of us. We come together. We stick together. I know, it's tough. It's tough, but you know, we got to do it. You know, we just got to plow through it. We got to plow through it, man. You know. Robert Perez says Altadena is going to slide into Pasadena. Chris Doug, top shirt matches Trump's wig dust. Yeah. We got an orange theme going here. Orange is the new Trump. I did. That means there's some thumbs ups there. Yeah, from the audio. Oliver Brownlow's here, and he hears me. So thank you, Oliver, for being here. Good to see you. Alan Caw, Eileen Caw, or Eileen, California. I always forget which it is, but the Soul Craft. Oh yeah, the Soul Craft. I just feel all soulful. Thank you for being here. You know. Whenever I see your name, I'm gonna be rolling my shoulders. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Just something comes over me. Paula says, "Yes, I was, Sugar John. I feel asleep though. You fell asleep. Well, like I say, if there's ever a cure for insomnia, just put on the old Sugar John show." Elizabeth Fernandez, what was at your charging session? To the end, Elizabeth. To the end. I know you and Jolie may have been the only two that watched all the way, and you got those tips on how to make $1 million. So if you want to know how to make $1 million, you got to go watch that video and watch all the way pretty much to the end, I think, right? Brooklyn with $1.49 super sticker. Thank you so much. And then there's a little sticker of a hamburger. Is that because I was eating White Castle last night? Did you guys? Or spoiler alert! I don't think that was in the video last night. That was in my other video that I'm making. Here I go, sneezing. Now I'm going to have a sneeze attack. Anyhow, but thanks for that super sticker, Brooklyn. I do appreciate it. So to answer my question, we do have both Roxannes in the lounge. We got Roxanne Epstein and Roxanne Arfield. So thanks to the Roxanne Coalition here for being here. Big Dog says 1 week down, just 1,460 days to go. Well, when you put it that way, it's not so bad after all. Only 1,480 days or 60 days. Bruce is here. Hey, Bruce. Good to see Bruce. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for joining us here on the old Driver's Lounge. So we hang out. Doing a little hangout here after the House Sparks show. Chris Doug says crushed Cheetos and Tang. Soulcraft, it's the soul flow. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's flowing right through me. I feel it, man. I feel it. Hey, Suzanne Forisepi, good to see Suzanne. Greetings and salutations to everyone. Greetings. Greetings. Nick Rich, why is the orange Ayatollah still having rallies? I know. That's because that's all he can do. He's a one-trick pony. He doesn't know how to govern. He's fucking, he's a dipshit. But the only thing he knows how to do is he likes these rallies because he gets that sort of instant buzz or instant feedback when he can look at his little minions there. He can look at his little, brainwashed cultists, just lapping up every fucking syllable. And that's how he gets off, man. I swear to God. Last night I had 3 dudes in my car that were total fucking maggots. And the thing about it that I found really weird is that they were making fun of Trump, kind of just like how we make fun of him, but they liked him. Because they were making fun of the way they all were doing their Trump impressions, like how we always do, they were all doing the thing with the mouth, and they were going, hey, the voice and everything, and they were making fun of all the stupid shit he says. But then they did it in a way where they were fans of Trump, and they were glad that Trump was president, and they were saying, I feel it, things are going to turn around, it was just, and I was just listening because I want to hear what I want to, be sort of like, it's almost like being the fly on the wall. Because sometimes when you're driving and I just stay quiet, it's almost like they kind of forget that I'm even there. And so they were just going on about, how things are going to be so great now. But they made fun of him. It was kind of really odd how they were making fun of him, but they still had this like they endeared him. It was just weird. It's weird, man. And they said, now one of the guys said he's relatable, and I started shaking my head. Yes, because that is exactly what I was saying on one of my previous shows here just recently. That's why Trump gets the support. That's why he gets the maggots. It's because he's so fucking relatable. That's why I was talking about John Kerry and Schumer being boring fucks that I can't listen to. Talk about cure for insomnia. Listen to fucking John Kerry or Schumer. I mean, they'll put you right out. So that was what he was saying. One of my passengers was talking about how relatable Trump is. Now, granted, he's a moron. Maybe that says something about us or about me. But he's able to tap into something, into the mainstream or into the masses, where people actually, now he's full of shit. Donald Trump's full of shit, but he's been able to tap into this. That's that populism team. But it's and they just find him to be relatable, and apparently that carries a lot of weight with people. Having a great economy under Biden, where we were the envy of the world, our inflation rate got down to 2.1%. Our GDP was the highest. All these economics, benchmarks and everything, the greatest in the world. Apparently, that's not relatable to people. Apparently, people don't give a shit about that. They only give a shit about the guy who can go up there and he can talk about, sharks and water and, fucking bullshit that he talks about. Apparently, that's relatable. I don't know. I don't get it. I kind of get it, and I kind of don't get it. Paula says I was on the East Coast. Yeah, so for you that was pretty late. Yeah. Well, kind of late because, like, what time did I start? 6:30 here, about 9:30, 10 o'clock there. Anyhow. Aaron says, "Ooh, White Castle." Aaron, I used to be an White Castle person, but I've been, as far as like a late night driving, and I'm coming home and I'm kind of hungry. Like I said in the video that I'm going to be posting about my week ride sharing, I said, here's what I said. Here's a little tease for my video. I said, whether you're out partying all night or you're out doing ride share all night, at the end of the night, there's something about White Castle that having 4 of those sliders and some of those crinkle cut fries that really hits the spot. I used to hate White Castle, but I've been going to White Castle now for the last few months doing rideshare. Not every night, but probably. Well, to the point where now the person who hands me the food knows to give me mustard packets without even asking. So I mean, maybe I am going there too much. I don't know. But Brooklyn, your ground sirloin breakfast burger with eggs. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was talking about the breakfast I had yesterday at Blueberry Hill Restaurant. Yeah, that was the ground sirloin. You're very observant and thank you, Brooklyn. You remembered it was ground sirloin. It wasn't just your ground chuck. It was sirloin. It's good, and it's got bacon and smothered in cheddar cheese. It's delicious. It's called the Grub Staker. If you're ever in Vegas, apparently now they've got at least 4 Blueberry Hill restaurants. I thought they only had 3. I discovered last night that there's one right across the street from that charging station. If you're ever in Vegas and you want to go to a good diner restaurant and want to, the food might be a little pricey, but it's way cheaper than anything you're going to get on the Strip, unless there's a breakfast special you can find, which there are a few. But it's good food, good portions, reasonably priced. I mean, that grub steak or breakfast was $19. It's gone up a few bucks just since I started going there. But I gotta say, in Vegas to get that kind of a meal for $19, that's still a pretty good deal by Vegas standards. Anyhow, Marcia says, Trucker John, I watched How to Make $1 Million this morning, gave you a thumbs up and watched to the end. Thank you so much, Marcia. So you're one of the few. You watched all the way to the end, and now you know how to make $1 million. No spoilers. Don't tell anybody, Marcia. If they want to know how to make millions of dollars, they need to watch that video pretty much all the way to the end. That's all. I'm just saying. That's how it works. That's how it works, folks. I don't make the rules. I just live in this YouTube universe. Robert Perez says he's having rallies still because Hitler and his rallies to the end. Trump's going to do it. Teresa, TAK is here. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for jumping on in. I'm saying we got 59 watching and 59 thumbs ups. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. Even my little math head can do that. Oh, look, it just went up to 60 thumbs ups. So now, I don't know the ratio now. It says 58 watching and 60 thumbs ups, but that's an excellent ratio, I think. I'm over-ratioed. Let's see. Skip it on down. Chris Doug says Trump is on a perpetual campaign. That's all he knows. He doesn't know how to govern. He doesn't know how to do anything but campaign, and then just write stupid executive orders saying we're not going to do this, none of this. Nope. Nope. X that out. We're going to X this out. Anything Biden did, we're just going to X it out. Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. Chris Doug, relatable to whom? He's completely out of touch. I know, but these dudes I'm just saying that I was so confused. I was really confused. Nick Rich says the first time I saw my handle highlighted in a live chat was when Hugger Greeter said hi. Aww. Big Dog says America reads at a 6th grade level, so they elected a 6th grader. Yeah, apparently. Bruce says the dude is a car wreck. Please, people, pay attention to car wrecks. Yeah, you can't look away. That's the thing, right? You can't look away from it. Eileen Kaw says he tapped into white fear, nothing else, the fear of too many people of color. That's absolutely part of it. Yeah, he definitely tapped into the racism, the misogyny, all that stuff. The transphobia. Barney Thompson says Chuck Schumer is too damn polite. We need leaders who fight fascism. I just think he's boring as fuck. Put a little pizzazz in there. Whenever I see AOC speak, I'm like, whoa, awesome. She's fucking awesome. We need a bunch of AOCs. I'm sorry, folks. I know West Virginia is never going to get an AOC, or at least not anytime soon. But I think we have enough other places in this country where we can have AOCs all over the country in our representation. That's what we need. If the Democratic Party is wondering, what are we going to do next? Where do we go from here? How do we change our image or whatever? Fucking just do what AOC does. She goes house to house. She talks to people. Like I was saying the other day about Schumer and shit, how he's all fucking boring and stuffy. When's the last time he went down to a bar and shot pool and had a pitcher of beer over there on the table and just shot pool and hung out with the guy? Never, probably never in his fucking life. I don't think Trump has ever done that either, but he might have the illusion of being that type of a person. At least have the illusion. Maybe the illusion is better than reality. Chuck Schumer, man, roll your sleeves up. I don't know. Smoke a cigar right on stage. I don't give a fuck. Do something. Act like a human. A human. Not some stuffy fucking like Cambridge professor or some bullshit nobody gives a shit about, Yeah, Paula says Schumer barely looks up when speaking. Well, I guess maybe that's because he's got reading glasses. I don't know. Does he really believe what he is saying? He can't apparently can't memorize anything. He's got to always be reading off of something. Maybe his eyesight is so bad he can't read a teleprompter. To which I say, you've got enough money, I'm sure, where you can get fucking laser surgery or whatever. Come on, dude. Linda Hoxa's here. Hey, Linda Hoxa, I don't believe I've seen you before, so I just want to say thank you for being here. Welcome to the Driver's Lounge. And I hope you hit the like button and subscribe and all that good stuff. Linda Hoxa says, I can't relate to a billionaire. Sorry. I agree. I mean, it's hard to do that. Now, I don't know if I want to paint in such a broad brush. Mark Cuban is a billionaire. I don't know if I can relate to Mark Cuban either, but he at least seems like from what I've seen, Mark Cuban seems like an okay dude. Like if I ran into him, I could probably say hi, hey, how's it going? I mean, I don't think it would be weird. It wouldn't feel weird. And I do feel like he'd be a guy. Let's say hypothetically, we could shoot pool and have a pitcher of beer together. But I don't see that with Elon Musk. Elon Musk, or even Zuckerberg. Why am I doing those? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Teresa TAK says, sorry, but I am also not a fan of Nancy Pelosi. Something about her gets my last nerve. Yeah, Pelosi, she had her day in the sun, especially during like the Obama administration. And even during Trump's first term, she was able to kind of put Trump in his place. But I think she's outlived her usefulness, or she's past her prime for sure. They need to pass the torch. I know they're chomping at the bit to get Hakeem Jeffries in there as the leader, but we just need, we don't have the numbers, and that might be a positive, change. And then Pelosi's going to step down. She's old. She's on her way out no matter what. And it's time for the AOCs and the Jasmine Crockett's of the world, of the Congress, to step up into these leadership roles. You know what I mean? Oh, do you know what I mean? Paula, is that like steakums? I have no idea what steakums are. Linda Huxell, I've got a Checkers Baconator now. Okay, that's good. Tom Bias is here. Hey, Tom, good to see you. Tom says, hi, Marsha. Hey, Jolie. And hey, Roxanne Arfield. And to the rest of you, nothing. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, Tom. Glad you got your truck back, by the way. Bruce, Dusseldorf mustard. I don't know. It's just whatever the mustard is that they give. I like to put it on my sliders. On the, the White Castle burgers, which are basically sliders. I guess. I don't know. Nick Rich does not eat fast food since before COVID, apparently. Paula says, Trucker John, did you ever find out what was going on at the charging station, meter bouncing all over? I did not find out. All I know is that it was a win for me because it didn't charge. Once that happened, I don't think it charged me, like price-wise. It was charging the car, electricity, but I don't think I got charged for it. I only got charged up for that first whatever it was. I mean, I paid because I saw that was what I was billed on my card was like $15 and something, and I think for the amount of electricity I got, I went from like 12% state of charge all the way up to. I ended up going up to. I think did I go over 90? I don't know. Whatever it was, I don't think they billed me for that when that happened. To that rest of that point, even though it kept charging the car up. So, hey, I am not going to complain. It's like Monopoly, banking error in your favor. So, I figured this is a billing favor in my error in my favor. Big dog, that's a lot. $19 for breakfast. Like I said, for Vegas area. And for the amount of food and for the quality of food you get, It's a good deal. I mean, that's not that bad. I know we can all go down. We can all go down to Denny's and get a $4.99 breakfast. This ain't Denny's. Linda Hoxa says the Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas, Nevada had a real ambulance show up and now and then. Yeah, I think it's still there. It's down there by Fremont Street. Pretty sure that's still there. Teresa TAK says, Rump, trust me, will fail. I felt he failed his first president. Of course he failed it, yeah. His first presidency, he's a moron, no clue how to run. But see, it doesn't matter because he got reelected. And his followers don't see any failures. So, and apparently not enough people were motivated to vote in this recent election for whatever reason. So we're stuck with him, and whether he's a failure or not. Walter Makarovich is here. Says, "Good morning, Trucker John. Did you get to see the ending of the great hockey game last night? I saw that you posted on Messenger, and I to tell the truth, I didn't watch the clip because I didn't have time. But the great hockey game last night, while you were charging last night, Stars for Knights 3. No, I didn't watch it. I was making a video, so I couldn't watch. Let's see. Big Dog says, Nick Rich, yeah, I quit fast food a couple years now. I'd rather have my cooking. I cook at the house mostly too. So it's a lot cheaper and stuff like that. So Marshall says, Trucker John, do you get a lot of maggots? I think I do. I mean, not everyone expresses their views, so I don't know, but yeah, I get quite a few. I think. Brooklyn 471 says, what's that bullseye counter doing? What's the bullseye counter doing? I don't know. I don't see a bullseye counter. Oh, up there. Oh, that's the goal. Oh, yeah, I have a goal set. Is it not on? It should be on. Oh, the goal ended. Oh, because it's already been a half hour. I had it set for a half an hour. I just had a goal for a super sticker or super chat, which we did not meet. We failed. Let's see. Tracy TAK says maybe T Rump is on a revenge tour this time. Who knows? Oh yeah, he talks about retribution and who knows? It's gonna get it could get ugly. Nick Rich, the clock is. Oh, that's what. Okay, that's what. I'm behind in the chat, so apparently there was a little countdown thing or something. Amber D just found this stream and subscribed. Thank you, Amber D. Thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing and hanging out with us. I hope you like the show and continue to hang out with us. Thank you so much, Amber D. Linda Hauxa says, awaiting my Grado headphones made in Brooklyn this afternoon. Wow. Nice. Well, look at there. I do see a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much for that. From Brooklyn. We will not fail. Thank you so much, Brooklyn. I do appreciate you for doing that. Thanks for helping out the show, supporting the show like that. Always appreciated. Now I gotta scroll back here for a second. Let me see. Where did I leave off? I left off somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. Big Dog says AOC scares the right wing because she's so good. Yeah, the more they make fun of her or they complain about her, that means the probably more effective she's being. Roxanne Armfield says, I think the orange one needs constant positive feedback he gets from his rallies. Yeah, he's a total. Well, he's this narcissist. You know, all that shit. Yakety Smack says AOC is more relatable. I agree. Oliver Brownlow, do you seriously want your senator to go to a bar shoot pool? Why not? Why the fuck not? It's better than him going to his secret sex club somewhere. Or maybe not better. You can do that too. I don't care. But why not? Go to a bar, shoot some pool, be a real fucking human being. They're too stuffy. My point is they're too stuffy. Some of these, especially the old ones like Schumer and shit. Do you think I'm stuffy? I'm not a senator, but if I was a U.S. senator, do you think I would be a stuffy old fucking codgety fucking stuffy old stuffy? I don't know. I would be like Bernie Sanders, probably, except not as smart. You know, I remember seeing videos of Bernie, old man Bernie, shooting some hoops. I'm just what I'm talking about. Be normal. Be fucking. You know, don't fucking be boring. Just don't be fucking boring. I guess I don't know. I don't like AOC is not boring to me. Jasmine Crockett is not boring to me. Hakeem Jeffries is not boring to me. And also they're not just. It's not that they're not boring, but they actually say shit that makes sense. Too, you know. I mean, you have to have shit that makes sense. It can't just be, you know. I mean, I guess you could say Trump's not boring, but he is boring for us because especially those of us that follow House Sparks, and we've seen the rallies and where it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. That gets fucking boring. But I think you know what I mean, don't you? You don't know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe you don't know what I mean. Walter Mikhalovich, rematch Tuesday night, Trucker John. I will think you're going, right? I'm not going. I have not gone to any hockey games. I'll be driving, probably. Apparently, we have a troll, which is fine, guys. I have no problem with it. As long as they don't engage in hate speech and things of this nature. You know, they're entitled to their opinion, and it helps with the algorithm, guys. If we're getting trolls in here, that's a good sign. That means that we are getting out into the algorithm. And that means we can get all of this beautifulness here that is the Trucker John experience out more into the YouTube verse. Oliver Brownlow says, the job of a senator is not to entertain you or have a beer with you. The job is to vote for good public policy, and personally, I would be happy to feel that my senator was smarter than I am. Well, la-ti-da, Oliver Brownlow. La-ti-da. No, I understand your point, and it's well taken. Yeah, they should be smart and intelligent. And I think Schumer's probably very smart. Has a law fucking degree, probably. I don't know. Pelosi's smart. They're all smart. But I'm just saying, when Schumer comes on and talks, he's boring as fuck. When AOC comes on and talks, she's the opposite of boring as fuck. Okay? And she's smart. Why can't we have smart and interesting instead of smart and boring? You know? That's all I'm saying. The beer shooting pool thing was like an analogy of being relatable. But Oliver, I appreciate your opinion, and and I mean, you're right. Yeah, I don't want some dipshit just because he's relatable. Yeah, you got to be relatable, and you also got to be smart. You know, like I think Gavin Newsom's pretty relatable. I think he's pretty smart. Now, I'm not saying that Gavin Newsom's going down to the local pool hall and shooting pool with the guys, with the everybody. But I'm just saying, it's kind of feasible to think it. Maybe, I don't know. SBB is here. SBB, hello group. Hope everyone is having a fabulous Saturday. Thank you so much, SBB. Good to see you. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. Tom Bias says, thank you, Trucker John. You are welcome. Paula says, frozen shaved steak. I don't know. I still don't know what that is. It doesn't sound very good to me unless you heat it up or something. Brooklyn, New York says, John, I dare you to drive up to another car and ask a guy to open your grape poupon. Okay. I don't have grape poupon. I just have little packets of whatever White Castle was giving out. Let's see. Big Dog, how much does it cost to charge a car? Well, it depends. It depends on the type of charger it is, and the rates are different everywhere. If you're doing home charging, if you're doing a public charger, if you're doing a supercharger, it's all different. I've charged up anywhere from from say 20% to 80% state of charge for $7 or $8, and I've also been charged $35. It just depends. It just depends. Kind of like what Trump wears. I'm just now getting to the super sticker, super chat, I guess, from Brooklyn. Thank you so much again. Oh, did I give you the yippee? Yippee! In case I didn't give you the yippee. We will not fail. Failure is not an option, right? Brooklyn? Failure is not an option. Thank you again for that super chat. I do appreciate you. Helping out the show. All that good stuff. Let's see. Tom Bias, TJ, you're about as stuffy as Fetterman. Okay. Walter Bukovich, I didn't know you have competition. I seen the podcast Not Leaving Las Vegas. His name is Steven. He had a video last night. He loved last night's confirmation. Oh, I've got competition. Apparently. Now, I don't know. You mean some dude. Steven. Oh, yeah. I know Steven. Steven's a right winger. I listen to a lot of his videos and live streamers. He's one of those guys. He's a very knowledgeable guy. And the reason I started listening to him and watching him because I liked all of his. He has a lot of knowledge about Las Vegas. But then he veers into politics, and he's a fucking maggot. So I stopped following him. I unsubscribed from him, and I don't watch him anymore because he's a fucking maggot. And I can only tolerate so much maggotry. He's a fucking maggot. Steven's a maggot. I think I know we like to hate maggots. I think he's a good person. Okay? I think Steven's a good person, actually. And I think he's very smart, very knowledgeable. Which is one of the things there are lots of very smart, knowledgeable people that are fucking maggots. And that is what makes my head hurt because I don't get it. How can you be so fucking smart and think that Donald Trump or even republicanism for that matter in general is good for this country, good for Americans? I don't get it. There's a big disconnect in their knowledge and then the reality of how bad the Republican Party has always been. Not just since Trump, but with Trump, it's been like a million times worse. But yeah, I know who Steven is. I mean, I don't know him personally. I know his page. I know he's and like I said, I've watched it. I liked it because they just bring this wealth of knowledge. Like he could look at a casino and give you all fucking the whole story on it. Yeah, you see, like the confirmation of Hexman. That's what I'm saying. He's a fucking maggot. So instead of watching that maggot, watch me. I'm not a maggot. Rose Blue says, I call Jasmine Crockett because my representative is Dr. Feelgood Ronnie, 30 counties, and he's AWOL helping Cittadini. I didn't vote for him. Good, I'm glad you didn't vote for him. Non-useful with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Yippee to non-useful. Says Stalag number 13 will be taking applications in Nevada. There you go. Little non-useful chiming in. Thank you, non-useful. I do appreciate you, as always. Appreciate the help with the super chat there. Tom Bias says the hedgehog confirmation means we all lose, and I kind of agree a little bit with what Hal was saying today. Hegg's breath or whatever his name is, he's going to fail miserably, and I think without doing too much damage. In other words, I don't think he's going to last. I don't think he's going to be long for that job. He's going to be drunk. He's going to do something stupid, and he's going to get bounced out, I think. Or he's going to quit and resign. I don't think he's going to be there very long. Mama Brooks says, trolls contribute to your watched hours for monetization. So welcome. Yes, welcome to the trolls. Thank you, Mama Brooks, for that reminder. Yeah. Brandon Woods, I look like a troll. Does that count? Sure, why not? Nick Rich, the beautifulness of Trucker John experience. Yes, the beautifulness. Non-useful, I always feel like someone is watching me. I get some privacy. Workout. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know what that was all about. Paul McSpigny. I always have problems with that. Paul McSpigny. Paul McSpigny says, and standing beside Trump as he disrespected President Carter. What's wrong with these Democrats? Were you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about specifically, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Diane Bianco says, hi, Trucker John. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday back at you, Diane. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you for hanging out. Krista, Gavin's kind of busy. Yeah, he's busy. He is busy. Got a lot of fires to put out, literally. So that's become sort of a metaphor or whatever, but he's literally got fires to put out. Oliver Brownlow, do you find Trump boring? I think boring is maybe a really good quality. I understand what you're saying. The sentiment is that if they're boring, here's what I take the sentiment to be. Maybe you disagree, Oliver. The sentiment is if you never hear from someone like a politician, that's probably a good thing because we tend to only hear like maybe the bad stuff. Like what's his name? Anthony, whatever, the guy with the dick pics, or something like that. Like, so it's kind of a good thing when you're not hearing from them because that means they're just down. They got hopefully they're just doing their jobs. They're not getting into trouble. They're not doing stupid shit. I think that's the sentiment, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having people in the Democratic Party that will motivate people to get up off their asses and vote. We had 20 million that didn't vote in this recent election that did vote in 2020 for Joe Biden. Or 15 to 20 million. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting people that will show some enthusiasm. Get some enthusiasms going. Motivate people. Fire people up. Now, granted, I guess we don't need every single House member to be that way. We don't need every senator to be that way. But certainly in some key positions, the ones that come out and speak, like Schumer comes out because he's the minority leader in the Senate. So I'm saying our leadership positions need to be people. They don't have to be big showmen or whatever, but they have to at least be some sort of inspiration to me and to the other voters and to people who don't vote. Like I'll vote no matter what. So I guess it isn't to me because I'm voting no matter what. But we need to get something that fires people up and gets them motivated to vote. And I don't think Chuck Schumer does that. Okay? I don't think Chuck Schumer motivates people to vote or to get involved. AOC does. Bernie Sanders does. Sanders. Or Sander. Those type of folks, they do motivate people. They do fire people up. They do. Chuck Schumer does not. Okay? He does not. At least from what I've seen. Maybe for you, Oliver, maybe he's your cup of tea, and every time you see Chuck Schumer, you're like, God damn it, I'm going to make sure I'm registered, and I'm going to vote, and I'm going to tell everyone to vote, and I'm going to bring 10 people with me to the polling place, because Chuck Schumer's a fucking political fucking animal. So I guess different strokes for different folks. I don't know. Amber D, I would just like the government to function in the service of the people, not culture wars. I realize it's just a distraction. Well, ideally, yeah. But, we live in the media age. We live in the internet age. Things are different. Things have changed. You got to play the game a little differently now. Paula says Major Ojeda is going to be running, not West Virginia, I think North Carolina. Yeah, I heard him say that on the show. Something about running. Well, good. I think he'd be great. Tom Bias says Newsom was so much taller than Pab. If he kicked him, it would have been in the gut. Now, do you remember? Because I saw that when they were greeting each other when he landed, and Newsom was about 2 inches taller, at least, I think, than Trump. So I was like, gee, Newsom must be like 6'5", which he's not. I think he's about 6 foot or so. But I'm thinking he must be 6'5" because didn't Trump always say he was 6'3"? Isn't Trump supposed to be 6'3"? A svelte 180 or something? I don't know. Gavin Newsom is a svelte, 6 foot or 6'1" or something, and a svelte probably 175 or 180. Okay. Trump claimed to be, I think, 6'3", 180 or some ridiculous thing. He's about 6 foot maybe. So maybe Gavin Newsom is 6'2". I think he's about 6 foot, and he's tipping. Well, it looks like he may have lost some weight lately, but he's tipping three bills. Anthony Reminiak says, "Hi everybody. I have Trucker John on 2 devices, and I'll cut you some slack for the way you spelled 2 because I know typos abound. I typo. I do typos all the time. But thank you, Anthony. Having me on 2 devices, I appreciate that. That didn't sound right as I'm thinking about it. But anyhow. Bonnie Thompson says, if you're going to support Trump or any Republican, you're not a good person. You're either not a good person or you're just a moron. Seha is here. Seha says, mouse, lesbian porn sites. It's Trucker John. Okay. Not sure exactly what that means, but thanks, Seha, for being here. Good to see you. Always good to see Seha. To see Seha, say that 10 times fast. See Seha. I can't do it. But always good to see Seha in the chat. Thanks for being here. Chris Doug says, hooch breath won't last. Yeah, he's not going to last. And then the only question is, what piece of dog shit is going to replace him? Because they're all dog shit. Every one of Trump's picks are like I've said before, they're all turds. It's just which one's going to be the less stinky one. Which one would be the less smelly turd? You know what I mean? Jolie, 11 months. Member for 11 months. Thank you so much. She reminds everybody, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Jolie. I do appreciate you. 11 months. So we're almost coming up on our 1 year anniversary, Jolie. Thanks for being here. Diane says, Roxanne Arfield, hope you're good. And there, Jolie, celebrating with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Jolie. Thank you so much. So awesome of you. I do appreciate you. Walter McCarver says there's nothing to worry. He is useless to watch, in my opinion. Trucker John, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday after House Parks, a must watch. Thank you, Walter, for that unsolicited testimonial, I think is what we call that. Now let's see who got. This is the fun part. I like to see who got the memberships. Crazy Coconut got one. Cool Breeze. I like Cool Breeze. Deb S. The Pug Mama Quilter. Rich Durlam. Just Saying. Lisa Rule. Georgina T. Travis McIntosh. Icy Ivy. And TNS Danny. All got memberships. Thank you, Jolie. I appreciate you for doing that. That's really awesome. And that's a lot of folks. A lot of folks I've never even seen their names. So maybe that'll bring them in. And they'll hang out with us and chat. Get to know us. Interact. You know? Thank you, Jolie. Let's see. Diane Capobianco, Trump wore boots to try to look taller than Gavin Newsom. Newsom's tall. He must be 6'5", because Trump is apparently 6'3", barefoot. Oh yeah, Diane Capobianco reminds us that the Democrat from Hawaii speaks out. He'll post videos. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the other one. What's her face? You know the one I'm talking about. She's really good. I'm sure someone in the chat will put her name in. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to like butcher the name. Paul McSwibney says, I agree. Wait till he meets the generals off NATO. They will chew him up and spit him out. No time for stupid games. And it was Trump signing an executive order, fly flags at full staff. Paul Sweeney in English? I don't know. Let's see. Brooklyn says, is Fetterman still hearing rightish? Still leaning rightish? He's not lean. I don't. You know what? I can't really comment because I have not seen or any videos or read any stories on what it is that Fetterman has been doing, other than people in the chat, in my chat, and other chats, just saying how much they hate Fetterman now because he's like a turncoat or something. I have not seen any evidence of it. So I don't know. I can't really speak on it. But if Hal Sparks is to be believed and trusted, and I think most of us in here are supposedly Hal Sparks fans and sparklers, so I think we should probably put some credence into what Hal says when he says that Fetterman is basically just playing Trump because he knows how to work him. He knows how to play him. You know, you say some nice things to him and you butter him up. That does not mean you're capitulating to him. All right. If you don't agree with me, take that up with Hal. Because that's basically what he's saying. And I agree with Hal. So, non-useless says Jasmine Crockett for president, AOC for speakership. Well, let her run. Let Jasmine Crockett run. Let her go through the primary process, and let's see if she comes out on top. And if she does, she's got my vote. Paula says Bernie has such a New England and Vermont accent, not to mention how smart he is. That he does. That he does, and he is. Tom Bias says Fetters is just trying to corral an idiot, and Pab is a grifter, not really right wing. Right wingers are gullible. Yeah. Trump is definitely a grifter, and we've seen him play both sides on this over the years. Richard is here. Richard says, I don't like that orange guy. Is there a Department of Cosmetics in the White House? Left Wing Gorilla is here. Hey, Left Wing Gorilla, good to see you. Left Wing Gorilla says Gavin Newsome is 6'3". And Big Dog says 6'3" in his mind, talking about Trump. So if Newsome is 6'3", then Trump can only be 6'1" at the most. Just judging by what I saw when they were greeting each other at the airport landing strip thingy. Which I've always suspected, that Trump is about 6 to 6'1". Maybe 6'3" with his lifts. I don't know. Maybe only 6'1" with his lifts. He might only be like 5'10" or something. I don't know. And he ain't no 180, right? We know that. He's got to be at least 280. Because I'm 280. Actually, I'm more than 280 probably. I don't know. Tom Bias spell check keeps me in line. Hey, Francie Riles here. Hi, I just looked up Gavin Newsome is 6'3". He's dreamy, isn't he? 6'3". And so there's no way that Trump could be 6'3", right? Look, you guys remember that, right? When Trump was saying he'd do his physicals, and they would say he's 6'3", 180, all that horse shit. So there's no way Trump is 6'3". 6'1" tops. Francie Riles says the felon probably shrunk. He's 78 in lousy health. And that's true. I'm 64, and I think I've shrunk down a little bit in my height, unfortunately. So by the time I get to be Trump's age, I will be a midget if this keeps going on. Sorry to all the midgets. I'm not supposed to say that word, apparently. The M word. I will be a little person by the time I'm Trump's age. If my shrinkage continues at the current rate that it's going at. Which is fine. I have nothing wrong with being a little person. I'll be a little person. Means I can fit in places easier. I don't know. Let's see. SBB says this election, GOP led states pieces approximate 3.3 million registered voters, and it will plan along with gerrymandering. So the primary and next election, I would change party but keep voting Democrat. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really get involved in all that. I just vote Democrat. I'm a registered Democrat. I vote Democrat. Keep it simple. Amber D says, good news of the day. West Virginia is going after Tim Pool for taking Russian money, and he is crying about it on social media. Aw. Poor Tim Pool. Well, that's what you get. When you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. Or something like that. I don't know. Richard says Elon got moved out of the White House. They gave him an office across the street. Everyone loves Jasmine Crockett. I'm just looking here. Chris Doug, we need 100 likes. We're at 91, folks. 9 more to 100. Thank you, Chris Doug, for that reminder. 9 more thumbs ups to the century mark. If we get to 100, I'll let out another yippee. That will motivate you guys. Talk about motivating. Being motivating. Francie Ryle says, felon wears lifts, a girdled diaper, false teeth, fake hair, fake tan, fake. It reminds me of that. Is it Weezer song in the video where the guy has like a girdle and fake teeth and hair? Check out Weezer. It reminds me of that. I forget that song. I love Weezer, but I forget the name of the song because I do that. Hey, is Jojo Mojo Jojo here? Jojo Mojo Jojo, my favorite name on the internet. Thanks so much for being here. Jojo Mojo Jojo. And AM's here. Hey, AM, good to see AM. Thanks for joining us as we hang out over here in the old driver's lounge. I sort of like spit on myself just now, I think. Anyhow, I've said too much. Big Dog says it's just mind-boggling the president can be manipulated by flattery so easily. He's very malleable. Donald Trump is very malleable, I think. Mr. Spock, live long and prosper out there, and with all the fingers separated, and it's not a very good deal, but I give it the old college try. You know what I mean? The old college try. Tom Bias says Newsom looked about 8 inches taller than Pep. I don't know if I'd go that far, but he definitely was at least 2 or 3 inches taller. Chris Doug is 6'1" and a very fit 200 pounds. 6'1", 200. If I got down to 6'2", or 6'1", I'm 6 foot. If I got down to 200, I would be a fucking Adonis. I would be a fucking Adonis. And that's no joke. 200 is my perfect weight. Perfect weight. I don't know why I'm doing this. It reminds me, I'm very Trumpian. Cool Breeze, 6'3" of nice. See, people say that Newsom can't win. Like if he ran for president. I don't know. He's a good-looking dude. Look what, say what you want about, fucking Clinton or whatever. He won over a lot of fucking women and stuff. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Chris Doug says my dad was 6'7", size 13 shoe. And you know what they say about shoe size. 6'7", big guy, big feller. Let's see. Soulcraft Weezer song is Beverly Hills. Is that the one where they do the video and the guy who's wearing all the shit, and you find out he's just some old fat dude? Is that the one? Thank you, Soulcraft. Beverly Hills. Marcia says Trucker John, the other senator from Hawaii, Mazie Hirono. Thank you, Marcia. That's the one, and she was really good. She was good at the hearing. Was it the Hexeth one? I thought she was really good, and she's been over the years very outspoken and kind of like doesn't take shit type of person. I like her. See, Oliver Brownlow, I don't know if I chased you off, Oliver. I did not mean to chase you off, but Mazie Hirono is one that I like. She inspires me when I hear her speak. When I hear her at a hearing and she's not taking any shit, she's asking serious, meaningful questions, and she's calling out the bullshit of the right wing, especially. That gets me fired up. That gets me inspired. Mazie Hirono. Okay? Chuck Schumer puts me to fucking sleep. So, okay, maybe my analogy or whatever about shooting pool at the pool hall, maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe that wouldn't be realistic. But it was an idea of, that type of mentality. You're going to go down and have a pitcher of beer. When's the last time Chuck Schumer had a fucking pitcher of beer? When's the last time he went bowling? That's the type of shit. I'm just talking about. That's relatable, I think. That's relatable shit. Now, I guess if he just started doing that, you can see that it was fake because he never fucking bowled in his life, or he never shot any pool in a pool hall in his life. And then it's like the guy that when Hal always talks about, what's his face, Roy or whatever, driving a pickup truck, and it's not because he likes pickups. It's just because he wants that image. Like, that he's rural and he's out there, working in his truck and all that kind of shit. So I guess, there's that, that thing where it could look fake. But my point is that Chuck Schumer does not inspire me. Mazie Hirono inspires me. Bernie Sanders inspires me. AOC inspires me. Jasmine Crockett inspires me. Those folks inspire me. They want me to get involved. They want me to make sure I vote. I'm registered. I put out the good word here of the Democratic Party. Chuck Schumer puts me to fucking sleep. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. Chucky, maybe you need to fucking, step aside and let someone with a little bit of energy take your place. Have some fucking energy, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't be a fucking boring ass. Instead of being a pussy ass bitch, stop being a boring ass bitch. Stop being a bap, Chuck. And that maybe that's just his personality. There's nothing he can do about it. He's been a senator for a long time, apparently, and he's in New York, right? So apparently they love him. I don't know. I guess they love him. And I guess maybe the alternative would have been much worse. But it's a time for a changing of the guard. Definitely. Pelosi, Schumer, they had their time, they had their place, and they did some great things, no doubt. It's time to move on. It's time to let the next batch come up. The Hakeem Jeffries. On the Senate side, who's the next one that should come up over on the Senate? Because I've been talking, AOC is the House. Bernie's old. He's out. He's not going to be Senate Majority Leader. And plus, he's not really a Democrat. So he's not going to do that. So who's up and coming on the Senate side that we like? Who do we like over there? Tell me in the chat. Who do we like on the Senate? Who we'd like to see up and coming, who's inspiring, doesn't put you to sleep, who makes you want to go out and vote like right now? Who's coming up on the Senate side for that? Let me know in the chat what you think. But thank you, Marsha. Mazie Hirono. She's amazing. I'm gonna have to remember her name. I'm gonna have to just start calling her Amazing Mazie. I guess that's what Trump does. He's like, yeah, little Marco, because he can't remember shit. So maybe I'm gonna have to do that. Amazing Mazie, but I'm doing it in a positive way. Because if it was Trump, he would probably say, I don't know what was his what would his nickname for Mazie Hirono be? It'd probably be like Horrible Hirono. Oh yeah, Horrible Hirono from Hawaii. So I'm like the anti-Trump. I am the anti-Trump. So I'm gonna be Amazing Mazie. And hopefully I'll just remember the Hirono part. But thank you, Marsha, for reminding me her name. She's great. She's awesome. And she's old. I mean, she's an older gal. She's not an up-and-comer. She's not going to be leading the party. She's not going to be taking the torch, but she's great. Nevertheless, she is fucking great. And the youngins coming up, they can learn from Amazing Mazie Hirono. They can learn from her. And that's the great thing about AOC. I think she's been learning. She was great from the start. And I remember from day one, people were like, AOC for president. And I remember thinking that too, but I also thought, okay, let's cool our jets a little bit. First of all, she wasn't even old enough to be president. And number two, I was like, okay, let's let her get some years in the Congress. She's got plenty of time. She can learn. And she's been learning. And she's been getting better. And better and better and better. So whenever it is time for her to run, whether it's in 2028 or whether it's beyond, she's only going to get better as she just keeps getting more experience, learning all the ins and outs of Congress, So anyhow, I go off on tangents, don't I? Brooklyn, you are an Adonis. Thank you. But if I was 200 pounds, I mean, I would be like world class Adonis. Susie Jones, I can see that, Trucker John. Susie Jones, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. Good to see Susie. In the chat, Bobby C is here. I have alien toes from me, Ulster Scots heritage. I have no idea. I don't even know what I just read. I have no idea what I read. Chris Doug says, I was 178 back in August. Damn holiday. Wow, you put on 22 pounds? Dude, hit the treadmill. Time to hit that treadmill and lay off the carbs for a bit. MJ says, Newsom's still a bit centrist for me, but I will take him over any Republican. I don't care. And I do care, but the centrist thing or progressive or moderate, I don't know. And yeah, maybe I should delve a little more into Gavin Newsom, his politics, his policies. But whenever I've heard him speak the last couple of years, he does a little, you just see him on the news or whatever. To me, and I really like Joe Biden. Like I've said, I think he's the best president within my lifetime, and I'm 64, right? Or certainly since my voting lifetime. That goes back to 1980 with Reagan. He's the best president we've ever had, and he's done a great job. So when I see Gavin Newsom, and I see him really sort of just echoing or parroting or whatever the Biden policies and the Biden ideology. And so to me, I see Gavin Newsom as a younger Joe Biden. And if you like Joe Biden, which I did, and I know people in here probably say he was too centrist or too moderate, but he ended up being much more progressive. I wouldn't say he's a progressive, but much more progressive than we ever thought that Joe Biden could be. And if you want someone who could just carry on and expand and continue on these Biden policies, I see Gavin Newsom. I see Gavin Newsom as I don't know, was he 55 or 58, however old he is, 50-something-year-old Biden. Just think if we had Biden. Just think if Biden was 55 or 60 or even 65 instead of 82. He'd be president right now. We would have Biden as president right now. So I like Gavin Newsom for that, because I think he would be a continuation of Joe Biden, and I think Joe Biden had us going in the right direction. And I think Kamala Harris would have continued that too. But anyhow, we've gone over that over and over and over again. I don't want to keep repeating that whole thing. We need to move on. Let's move on. Big Hook's here. Hey, Big Hook, good to see the Big Hook. The Big Canuck says Tammy Duckworth doesn't take shit either. Yeah, Tammy Duckworth, she's great, and she does not put me to sleep like Chuck Schumer does or John Kerry. People are like, fucking, who cares about John Kerry? He's not even in politics anymore. But still, that's my go-to, because I just remember the 2004 campaign and how fucking lame he was. Even though, like I say, policy-wise, ideology, political stuff, probably 95% were in agreement, me and John Kerry. But he was another one of those dudes, a great cure for insomnia. Bruce, Chuck drinks alone. Poor Chuck. I don't know if he drinks alone. I could see him and fucking Mitch McConnell hanging out for drinks. Unfortunately. Tom Bias, I voted for Hillary, but she's stuffy. Well, I don't think she's stuffy. I don't think Hillary is stuffy. I really don't. And during that 2016 campaign, I thought she was very, very good. God damn it, she should have won. Talk about not wanting to rehash shit. I thought she was good, and she was right about everything. Everything she said, she was 100% correct about. Everything. And I don't think she's stuffy. Chris Doug with a $4.99 super sticker chat thingamajigger. Thank you so much, Chris Doug. You get a yippee. Yes, you do. As you do. Thank you so much. Hey, look at that. We got to 103 likes. Another yippee coming at you for breaking the 100 like mark. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. We got super chats. We got thumbs ups. We got new people in here. You're sharing the show, I hope. Whenever I go on to House Sparks or Jetta or Liberal Dan, Boston Brian, I always share. Because I'm a sharing kind of guy. I share their shows. I share them out. So whatever success those shows are having, it's due in some small part, at least to me. I'm patting myself on the back. Anyhow, there's Susie Jones. Hey there, good to see you. I rarely get to see you anymore. Oh, talking to Brooklyn. Susie Jones talking to Brooklyn. I left Mary Trout Media. It's not healthy for me to continue to try since the whole mod fiasco. Yeah, I don't even know. That was the thing you guys were talking about. I'm out of the loop on that one. So, yeah, hope that gets worked out or whatever. Bobby C says when Obama came to Ireland, into pub, pulled a pint of the black stuff. See there, Obama could come in and have a pint and not be weird about it. Like if Trump tried to do it, he'd be weird about it. You know what I mean? Tom Bias says Chuck needs to introduce a bill legalizing marijuana. Big Hook, no fire in his belly, and he constantly plays by the rules of decorum. Big Dog NC says, I wish we could have Obama back or an Obama-like person. I personally love Obama. And I think he was a really good president. And I get tired of all the revisionism that goes on with Obama when people say he was a bad president. He was not a bad president. That's another thing. People didn't vote in 2010, and they let the fucking Tea Party in. And it fucked up everything. Now, maybe we could say, well, maybe Obama should have done a better job helping the midterms, and that kind of stuff. But he's president. He's got presidential shit to do. I don't know. I think because someone said Tom Hanks. I think Obama was I want to say great president. I think he was a great president. I'm going to say it. Obama was a great president. Stop with the revisionism. Same way with Biden. People are already shit talking Biden. It wasn't fucking a year ago that people in this chat room probably and on these shows were praising Joe Biden. And now they want to revise history and shit talk him. No. We don't do that here. We're not going to revise history. Obama was great. Biden was great. End of story. End of story. Pamela says that Argetta is going to run for Senate. Well, I hope he does. I hope he wins. So, whatever way, my hair is getting all weird and like electrified or something. Whatever you can do to support, when he starts running, if you can send $5 to his campaign, do it. If you can, or if all you can do is share his shows, or whatever posts he has, share his posts, like them, subscribe to them, share them. That's a big help too. Get the word out. Marcia says yes, Jenna would be a great senator. Susie Jones, I'm not sure, but I think DC and this election has given Crockett a few gray hairs. I think she's doing fine. Kevin64 says Gavin all day. Bruce, Tammy is the pride and joy of Illinois. Cindy C, Cory Booker's making a name for himself too. Yeah, we've got some good names coming up. SBB need to stop thinking Republican versus Dem. It's about people power versus billionaire candidates. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard people say that too. But still, and I agree. Make it about policy first. Like let people know what we're about or what we would do. This is messaging. It's about messaging. Like, how do we message that the Democrats are the party of the people and the Republicans aren't? I mean, I don't know how else to put it at this point. Kevin 64, hey, all you motherfuckers. Big Hook says Moscow Mitch is a key player in all of his dysfunction, as well as handing all the power to Trump. Yeah, Moscow Mitch is a horrible person, and I think history will not be kind to him. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? John Deff's here. Hey, John Deff, good to see you. Thanks for coming on in here. John Deff says, the more we share, the more we have. Leonard Nimoy. There you go. Leonard Nimoy. Nimoy. Quoting that. So yeah, let's do a live long and prosper on that one. The more we share, the more we have. MJ Daniel, people are finding out now, though. Fuck around and find out, apparently. Big Hook says every time Trump speaks now, the dementia becomes more self-evident. It's all conspiracy theories, talk, and lies, and no discernible order or train of thought. Yeah, he's losing it. He's definitely losing it. So we'll see how that works out. You know, we'll see. I guess at this point, like I've been saying, buckle up, buttercups. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Because he is still the president of the United States. So, you know, his actions affect the entire world. And if we have this guy who is losing it, you know, who knows what's going to happen. Icy Ivy says, just got notification about the membership. Thank you for whom we're gifted it. Salt Lake City, Utah. Appreciate it. Hey, Icy Ivy. Thanks for, that was from Jolie. Jolie sent those out. She bought those and you got one. So that's what's great about doing that, because we'll get some people to come in here and check us out. So I hope you like us, Icy, and you hang out and welcome to Icy Ivy from Salt Lake City. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Tim Farrell's here. Hey, hi Tim. Driving but listening. Good to see Tim in here. One of our resident Tims. As always, Bonnie Thompson says, is it talk smack about other podcasts or Democrat voices day? I'm annoyed as fuck with Tara Dublin. I don't know. I don't know what she's. I don't know. I don't know what Tara said or did. Nick Rich, Bidenomics works, right? It worked very, very well. Booming economy, a booming economy, thanks to Joe Biden's policies. Don't ever forget it. Don't anyone ever tell you anything different. We got out of that fucking horrible economy left by Trump. And within 2 years, Biden got us out of it. And way ahead of anywhere else in the world. So don't ever forget that. No matter how much people want to trash Joe Biden, put him down because he's old and he doesn't speak as well as he used to, and he seems a little slow or whatever, just remember, Joe Biden and his policies led us out of a very, very dark time, out of COVID and out of a shitty economy, a shitty world economy, and we came out the best. We were the envy of the world. Still are, probably. But now because of Trump, we're becoming the laughing stock of the world. But they still envy our economy. Don't think for 1 minute they don't still envy our economy, because it hasn't gone to shit yet. I mean, he's only been in for a few days, so Trump has. So it hasn't gone to shit yet. Big Dog NC says pushing the limits has no mods, and there are quite a few maggots. Fun to make fun of the crazy shit they say. Good folks there too. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. SBB says exactly. Obama and Biden was great. Both took over in terrible times. Right. Obama took over. We were on the verge of a complete financial meltdown, collapse, and Biden turned us around. And people were complaining that it wasn't fast enough. Oh, excuse the fuck out of me. Maybe it would have been faster if you had showed up and voted in 2010 and not let the fucking Tea Party take over. Maybe things would have happened a little faster. Not quite to your liking, eh? How about this? Stop voting for fucking Republicans. So, yeah, SBB, I agree. Obama and Biden, they did remarkable things to this country, for this country. And that should not be forgotten, and it should not be, no one should put up for this revisionist history. Because people like to shit talk, people on our side, Democrats, liberals, like to shit talk Obama and shit talk Biden. Don't let them get away with it. They both took us out of very, very, very dark places and turned us around and got us back to the good. Don't let those liars get away with their lies when they shit talk Obama and Biden. I'm just skipping down here. SBB says, need to watch legislation of what they are voting for. Dems are definitely for great America working class. I agree. Susie Jones says, if we must listen to Dinky, give his voice helium. It's funny as hell. Mary does. Big Dog says, Nick Rich might be the question Johnny Millen used to Hal. I'm mid-thread on that. That was a mid-thread, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Kevin64, Joe saved asses. You bet your ass he did. He turned around a pandemic that was not being effectively handled by Trump. We were losing 4,000 people every single day in this country. Can you imagine that? And people act like it never happened. 4,000 people every single day in this country were dying from COVID. And Joe Biden took over an economy that was in the shitter, a pandemic that was not being handled correctly, was being mishandled deliberately by Trump. He even said so. If you listen to the Bob Woodward tape or tapes, and he led us out of that. That was like it's bad enough just having just one of those things. He had two of those things, and he led us out of it. People forget it, and they deny it like it never even happened. And it was only a few years ago. It's not like this was 50 years ago. This is just a few fucking years ago. We were dying at a rate of 4. I cannot overemphasize that. We were dying at a rate of 4,000 people every single fucking day. And our economy was in a shambles. And Joe Biden led us out of that and turned us around and got us into the greatest economy on the fucking planet. And basically stopped COVID in its tracks. Got people vaccinated. Don't forget that. And don't let them, anyone, tell you anything otherwise. Don't let them fucking spread their shit. Scrolling on down. Diane Capabianco says, I hope President Biden is doing well. I wonder what he's up to now. Hope he's sipping a margarita somewhere on a beach. I think he's doing good. I mean, I'm sure, we're all sad that he didn't win, or that Kamala Harris didn't win, or that he wasn't able to carry on his campaign. But I'm sure he's concerned about the welfare of the country, but I'm sure he's probably gonna carry on and live his life with his wife and his family, and you know. Yakety smack. Trump should be charged with manslaughter over COVID. I agree with that sentiment. Yeah, absolutely. But that's never going to happen. MJ Daniel, another pandemic looming in the USA has DJT and RFK Jr. Right. I mean, that's one of my biggest fears. What's going to happen? Are we going to have another pandemic, or something like that? And we've got Trump again, and now, with RFK Jr. I mean, it's going to be a horror show if we have anything like that. Whether it's a pandemic, a global pandemic, or whether it's just something more local that's just to the U.S. Or whatever, or to North America or something. Let's say just an epidemic of something. It's still going to be horrible. They're gonna bungle it, whether it's intentional or unintentional. Doesn't matter. They're going to bungle the fuck out of it. That's the scary shit to think about. SBB, those shit talk are just getting clickbait and aren't truly dim, in my opinion. Yeah, but it's not just like people on YouTube. It's just everywhere. I see it everywhere, like in chat rooms or people. What. Golf Marine says eggs are so expensive. I have to warm up before throwing the maggots. That's funny, Golf Marine. I bought some eggs yesterday. I went shopping. I usually get the 18 carton. I forget what it was. What they had. I think they had it for like, I don't know, what was it. It might have been like $18 or something. But then they had it. But they did have a sell price where it was lower. I forget what. But I ended up getting just the dozen. I don't know. I just couldn't bring myself to buy the other one, and they had that on sale. I think for $7.99 for a dozen of the large grade A eggs or whatever. And so that's gone up. I've been buying eggs recently, for $4 or $5. But this bird flu is killing all the fucking chickens, man. SBB says, and taking U.S. out of WHO will lead us down the same path. Bird flu rising in human transmission. Yeah, human transmission. Yeah, it's not going to be good. It's not this shit they're doing. It's not going to be good. I can't sugarcoat it for you. Brooklyn, New York says, "What is Kamala doing now? I hope a vacation with Doug." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Gulf Marine says he didn't want to scare us. He wanted to kill us with this info. Yakety smack. We have a stupid pandemic now. Yeah, yeah, yep. Big Dog, I saw where husband Doug said something to the guy that refused to shake Kamala's hand. Oh, I think I heard something about that too. Big Hook says billionaires are a consequence of monopoly economics and leaving from FDR governing principles with Reagan and his bullshit tax breaks and union busting while corruption of the Congress, Iran Contra. Yeah, that's true. Tom Bias, I got 18 eggs yesterday for $6.50. That's not bad. Tom, got a good deal there. Marcia says, have to go. Just found out my older sister in Arizona died last year. I kind of knew we were never close still. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Marcia. Sorry for your loss. And, no matter what how your relationships are with your family, they get strained. I know mine are with my brother and sister. But still, I wouldn't want anything, bad to happen to them, even though we haven't spoken since 2016. So yeah, my condolences to you. Condolences. I can't talk right now. To you, Marcia. Richard says the Biden abides. Ride the vet don the aviators button up, middle out. Okay. Bonnie Thompson, I'm get 3 dozen jumbo eggs. Gulf Marine, how many undocumented help bring us our eggs? And that's the thing. Have you heard? The migrant workers, they're not showing up to work because they're afraid they're going to get rounded up and stuck in a detention camp or something. And so there are acres and acres and acres of produce that's not being picked. Thank you, Donald Trump. We got to remind the maggots of that when the prices start skyrocketing, or the items aren't in the stores, they can't get any produce, or they can't get certain food items. We got to make sure that they know that's because of Donald Trump. That's because of his stupid fucking immigration policies. His stupid fucking racism is what it is. We got to make sure that the maggots know why we're going to have food shortages and food price spiking. It's because of Donald Trump. Richard says, was a time when U.S. Marshals had to walk 6-year-old black girls into school. Yep, back in those pre-civil rights era, or civil rights era. Mr. Spock, wonder how quickly Ebola would spread in a large city like New York City. Trump would say it's nothing to worry about and it'll go away on its own. Yeah, exactly. Yakety Smack says, MAGA lining up to do backbreaking labor. We need immigrants. Big Dog NC, Richard, that was 1970 in Charlotte, North Carolina. I started first grade and was escorted by marshals from the bus to the door my first day of school. Wow. Big Hook. California crops are going to waste and prices increases coming soon. Stock up for shortages. Yep, exactly. You're exactly right, Big Hook. Exactly. Chris Tuck, 116 likes. Yeah, there we are, 116. Thank you guys so much for those likes, those thumbs ups. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. SBB says the Heritage Foundation started with Ronald Reagan, changing Fair Doctrine Act. Dems get back into power. That is something they have to bring back or similar. I definitely think that there should be there shouldn't be this sort of conglomeration, of organizations or corporations owning all the media. That has to be broken up. Kevin64, Canada has cheap bacon and eggs, cannabis, and free healthcare. What a effing great country. It sounds good to me. Got room for one more. I don't know. Nick Rich Trucker John's caught up. Yeah, I caught up because I skipped a lot of your guys' chat. So if I skipped over you, don't take it personal. Like this, I would be 45 minutes behind if I didn't skip. Hey, Darkly Yours is here. Darkly Yours says milk might go back up too because of avian flu and it's jumped to human. So that's a thing we were afraid of for a while and it's now happening. Yeah, we'll see how Trump, like I say, mishandles this whole situation. Big Hook, that's why I live in Canada, Kevin. Hey, Michael McAndrews, the New World Order has arrived. Good to see Michael. Thanks for coming on in. Gulf Marine says, I was in the same class in San Francisco Bay when busing started. I learned more about fighting racism by 4th grade than a maggot learns in a lifetime. Gulf Marine, same class as Kamala. Brooklyn, New York, try almond milk. I love it. I have tried almond milk and some of those other milks, and they're okay. Like for cereal and stuff. I don't know if because sometimes I like to have my little cookies and milk and whatever, and I like to have cow's milk when it comes to something like that, like cookies and stuff. But for cereal, I think almond milk's fine. Bonnie Thompson says people you should take mental health breaks from SM and podcasts. Just had another stupid panic attack. Had about 7 on the 20th. Yeah, man, keep yourself healthy. If you got to take a break, take a break. You know, if you find yourself just overwhelmed, just unplug. Go get in touch with nature. Big Cook says keep a close eye on your pets as they are vulnerable to bird flu as well. Richard said Obama once wore a tan suit. That was the biggest threat. Yeah. Remember how they fucking lost their shit when Obama wore a tan suit? Oh my God. Mr. Spock, booze helps. Yeah, I don't know. Don't watch out with the self-medication. All right, guys, it's that time of the show where you get a little tough love from the tough cookie. That's right, motherfuckers. Time for the tough love. Oh, tough cookie here. What are you guys doing out there? What are you thinking? I know most of you here, you're good thinkers. You're good thinkers. You're not stinkers. Stinking thinking, or whatever. Anyhow, I just wanted to pop in and say hello to everybody. I'm still sort of ruminating in the afterglow of that milk bath I had. Speaking of milk, excuse me, I had a big milk bath the other day, and boy, oh boy, do I feel rejuvenated. Talk about having to recharge the batteries, take a break. That's what I did. I took my milk bath. That really recharged the old tough cookie batteries. Gotta tell you, yeah. So whatever it is, you need to take a milk bath, an almond milk bath, whatever, whatever you need to do to wind down and release some of that stress. Just do it. So we can have you around for the long haul. This is going to be a long slog. So we're going to need everyone to be on board. So right now, if you need to take a break, excuse me as I wipe my cookie nose. If you need to take a little break, do what you got to do. But I hope you come back because we're going to need people. We're going to need all hands on deck at some point here. All right. 2026, motherfuckers. All right. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's take over the Congress in 2026. All right. I think you can do it. I got faith in you. I got faith. All right. Hey, talk about faith. If anyone's got faith in it, it's me. I got faith in everyone. I think you guys can do it. We can all do it. We can come together over me. I don't know. But, don't give up the faith. Don't give up hope. I know it's going to be tough. And I know every day, we see something new. We see something horrible. But just going into this, we knew this was going to happen. We knew it's going to be horrible. So we got to stick together and support when we see the AOCs and the amazing Mazie Hironos, as Trucker John said. We need to support them with everything we got. Our heart, our spirit, and we need to get fired up and share that with everyone. That's all I got to say. Let's not give up. I'm not willing to give up. Not yet. No. Never. I'll never give up. Never. And I hope you guys don't either. That doesn't mean that you need to unwind, take a break, unplug for a bit. Fine. Do it. Just make sure you come on back. rejuvenated and ready to go. And don't let Trump, tear you down. That's what he wants. He wants to wear everyone down. That's the whole plan, to wear you down and get you to check out permanently and not get active or stay active. He wants you to disengage. So if anything, don't give Trump what he wants. Be active. All right, that's just my little message for today. I hope that was a good one. I don't know, but back to you, Trucker John. Thank you, Paul, the purple beard guy. Tough cookie. Special appearance from those folks. Good to see them. Yeah, they're quite inspirational, aren't they? Golf Marine, he's wearing me up. Kevin 64 says we all rode in here on the same meteor. SBB, meet in person. Libraries work as maggots don't read. Right. It could be the safest place you could be, maybe, is a library. Krista's here. Hey, Krista says, don't give the prick the satisfaction. Right, Krista. Don't give him the satisfaction. And by the way, Krista, thanks for being here. I haven't seen you in a while. Roxanne Outfield, thank you, Trucker John. Great show. You're welcome. As we wind on down, I do have to end the show here pretty quick and get on with my day here. Christina Weibel says, by the way, hi, Christina. Good to see you. Christina Weibel says, don't let the distractions make you give up. That's what they want. Exactly. That's what Tough Cookie was just saying. That. Yep. Brooklyn, New York says, boycott Amazon, order from Walmart. Well, I don't know about that. That's funny because it's like, yeah, where do you go? You boycott one, and then there's some other asshole you got to buy shit from. Government Sturgis COVID rally. This was a big super spreader event. Absolutely. Good call there, Gulf Marine. That Sturgis, during COVID, remember, they still insisted on going to Sturgis during COVID, and they didn't socially distance, they didn't mask, and it was a huge super spreader event. Yep. Chris Doug says, thank you, Muzz. Thank you, Trucker John, and fellow chatters in the group. And thank you guys for being here. Now, our next show is scheduled for Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Don't forget, mark that on your calendar or whatever. Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, right here on the old YouTube Trucker John channel. I'll be posting some videos. I'll be posting some Lyft stuff. I've got one I'm working on now where each night I've been, after I'm done working, I just get my totals out, and I'm just going to compile that and probably I'll drop that probably Monday morning. Do that, and then I'll probably do charging sessions when I'm at a charger. And I don't think I need to charge today because I charged up so much yesterday. I probably won't charge today. So my next one will probably be tomorrow. On Sunday, I'll do another, but I might charge. We'll see. But whenever I'm at a charger, I'm going to do charging sessions, and I'll just do the video, and then I'll just drop the video right then. So it'll be a late night drop. That didn't sound right, but or an evening drop. For some reason, it never sounds right. On those charging sessions, I don't, and I mean, I could go live. So I don't know. I'm debating whether I should do that live or just make a video. People seem to like the video, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do the video. Although I do know people like to come in and chat, so I might do a live stream, or I might just do videos, or I might just mix it up. Sometimes live, sometimes not live. That kind of thing. But that's a new thing I'm doing, and we'll see how that goes. So, guys, thanks so much for being here. You guys were awesome. We got to 125 thumbs ups. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And now just looking at some of the support we got today. Look at there. Bonnie Thompson is a member for 6 months. Brooklyn, New York with a $1.49 super sticker. Brooklyn, New York comes back with a $5 super chat. Non-useful with a $2 super sticker. Jolie, member for 11 months, and then she gifted 10 more memberships. Thank you so much. Chris Doug coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you guys so much for all that support. And also all the great support of liking, subscribing, and sharing. Those are great ways. If you can't do the super stickers or memberships, sharing and subscribing and even just commenting and getting us out there, helping to get us in the algorithm, that all helps. It's a great help to the show, keep us going, keep the channel going. And I also have Buy Me a Coffee, and I've got a lot of members over there. You guys are awesome. Thanks for supporting me over at Buy Me a Coffee. I do have a Patreon, but I never really do anything on that yet. Maybe someday I will. I don't know. But look at there. Janelle Walker, member for 10 months. Thank you, Janelle. Janelle, you're going to get a yippee! 10 whole months. My goodness, the time flies. Thank you, Janelle, for that. And see what else we got going. Yeah, they got the super chats, the Buy Me a Coffee. Oh, you know what? Another thing though, I know we had been putting my son's show link in there. Maybe we could do that real quick because he's up to 86 subscribers. I really wanted to get him to 100. Jolie, can you do that real quick, or should I try to do it? Just to put my son's link. He has a YouTube channel here, and that would be great. Brenda Triplett, member for 4 months. Thank you, Brenda. That's so awesome of you to be a member. I love to see that. Thank you so much. 4 months. Stay strong, says Brenda. Yeah, happy truckiversary, says Jolie. And there is, thank you, Jolie. There is the link to my son's YouTube channel. I'm going to check him out real quick. And he's at 87 subscribers. It's XX underscore rooster underscore XX. That's my son. That's Trucker John Jr. He's a great kid, and he loves doing these Pokemon, where he opens Pokemon cards. He loves that shit. So go over there. And it's funny. He says, "Help make my mom proud," and subscribe below. So no mention of dad, but yeah, he's up there at 87. So just try to get him to the 100 mark. That would be awesome if you guys could do that. Christina Weil, I subscribed already. Well, thank you, Christina. I do appreciate you. I know a lot of you. I think about at least 40 or so of you good people here from Trucker John have gone over there and subscribed. So if you guys could do that, that'd be awesome. He only needs 13 more to get to 100. So let's see if we can work on that. And I haven't been mentioning it the last few shows. I kept forgetting. So thanks for putting that in there, Jolie. Brooklyn, he knows his dad is proud. And I am. I'm very proud of him. So okay, guys, thank you so much. As someone once said, in the show already. All right, guys. Search for You says, what's the Buy Me a Coffee thing? Oh, that's another page. That's another link. I don't know if Jolie posted that link already or not. There is a link for it's Buy Me a Coffee. It's another place where you can hang out. It's got some Trucker John stuff in there, and if you want to buy me a coffee, it's just basically if you want to donate to the show. Left Wing Gorilla subscribe. Thank you, Left Wing Gorilla. I do appreciate you. Darkly Yours, be the sub fairy. But anyhow, so that's it for now. And there it is. Jolie put the Buy Me. If you want to check it out, go check it out. And there's more people on there you can hang out with. Janelle, my computer froze. Nothing is going right. Hey, it happens. It happens. Just relax. It'll unfreeze. Tom Bias says, thank you, Trucker John. Thank you guys. Thank all you guys. Thank Tom and Brenda and Mr. Spock and Search for You, Left Wing Gorilla, all you folks, all the folks I've mentioned. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as is per my tradition, what I do, I always like to end the show with a little bit of words of wisdom, things you can live by, things you might want to write this down, just help you go through life. And this is really important. So get your pens and paper out. Get ready to write this down. Okay, here we go. Just remember, folks, as we
Well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. Have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes, but if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hostile of Easter, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving, who I tried to kid. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle a skid, but doing this live stream, baby, has been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again right here on the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream. This is where we win, right here on the Trucker John live stream. No, this time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. Trucker John, on the road he rides, live streaming all through the nights. From politics to pop culture he speaks. No topic is off limits, nothing is weak. From Vegas to the highways, he'll never tire. Shouting about food, talking about desire. He's the rebel of the asphalt, the king of the night. With a microphone in his hand, he's ready to ignite. Freedom is his fuel, passion in his soul. Gotta express himself, gotta take control. Moving through the country, keeping it real, no filter, no holding back, nothing to conceal. darker, but my spirit's still big. Living in Vegas, where the lights never sleep. Broadcasting my thoughts for the world to keep. From politics to pop culture, I've got it all. Sharing my views, no matter how big or small. Talking about food, the movies and bugs. Shining a light on all the social issues. No shows, I've driven through the desert, seen the city so bright. But now I'm living in a different kind of fight. From my apartment in Las Vegas, I hold the key, exploring the world through my live stream for free. In my apartment in Las Vegas, I hold the key, exploring the world through my live stream for free.